Hi, Mr. Sample. How are you today? Good. Thank you for completing these 4 Beck assessments. I have your results here and I'd like to go over them with you today, if that's all right with you. If you have any questions while we go over these results, please do not hesitate to ask. Or if you have any comments or would like clarification, just let me know. Okay? Great. So as you can see on the assessment results page, it prints off this report. Your score for the depression or the Beck Depression Inventories, which measures the severity of your symptoms in relation to depression, is a 32. When they convert it to a T-score of 88, it places you in the 99th percentile range. This means that you're in the severe range for your depression symptoms, according to the assessment. They got this score, but because you endorsed a total of 21 statements on this assessment, and it most likely indicates that your symptoms are severe and most likely making a big, most likely negative impact on your day-to-day life. You responded true to 6 of the pessimistic statements and responded false to the 7 of the optimistic statements on the Beck hopelessness scale, which is the other assessment that you took. This scale measures feelings of hopelessness that you might be having. When converted to raw scores, it's 13. Your T-score is a 76, which places you in the 97th percentile range. And although it's moderate, oops, this is hopelessness, sorry. Although it's a moderate range, you're very close to the severe range for the hopelessness scale. This is really important to note because your score in the depression inventory was in the severe range, and these two are very concerning when they are both high. You also took the Beck anxiety inventory. This measures your severity of your symptoms in relationship to anxiety. You responded with 4 mild and 3 moderate levels of panic-related symptoms of anxiety, and you also reported 4 mild and 2 moderate levels of somatic symptoms of anxiety on this assessment. Your raw score and T-scores equal into the 95.8 percentile range, which they consider moderate. This means that your feelings of anxiety have a greater than average impact on your various aspects of life. However, they probably don't impact your life quite as much as the hopelessness and the depression do, just based off of these scores and these assessments. You also took the Beck scale for suicide ideation, and your score was a 2, which was a little surprising because these two are so high. And we'll explore that a little further, and I'll explain that a little bit more. But elevated levels of all of 3 of these assessments indicate that you're experiencing considerable distress in your life, probably. You might be feeling unhappy, you might be feeling very down, very anxious, and you might even see the future as pretty bleak. Would you say, Mr. Sample, that these interpretations and scores sound accurate? Okay. Well, right now, based on these scores, you are considered at an imminent risk for suicide. However, I told you we would come back to this score. On this scale, you denied any current suicide intent. You made statements of, You have no desire to kill yourself, and you would try to save your life if you found yourself in a life-threatening situation. Um, that explains the score. Um, However, a very concerning statement that was made on the Beck Depression Inventory um, that you made was, you would kill yourself if you had the chance. May I ask some questions so that I can better understand what you are thinking and feeling right now? Um, would that be okay? Okay, thank you. Um, could you explain what your thoughts are about these two different outcomes? Would you say that one of the assessments is more accurate than the other? And if so, which one, and why do you feel that way? Um, do you have a plan for suicide? Do you have means? Um, who are your support people when you leave here today? Would you be willing to create a safety plan with me today before we leave? If not, may I call a doctor for you to see immediately because I am concerned with your safety and for your safety? Um, if you're willing to, we'll create the plan together, and I'll give you a copy of the plan to take home with you before you leave today. May I also inform your partner of the plan and why we decided to make the plan? I will only share what you allow me to share and keep as much confidential as I possibly can, but still inform him or her that you may need some extra support and care for a bit. Would that be all right? All right. Thank you for coming in today. Please follow your safety plan, and I will check in with you tomorrow. Thank you.